This is the 5th annual Haiti International Film Festival. And we're so honored to honor you, Christine Ntim. Our previous honorees are Jimmy John Luis, Bechir, Sylvain, who's right here. And just when I see the work that you do, just totally inspires us, you know, to do better as the Haitian diaspora. And I love the work that you do. The Haiti Tech Summit brings together thousands of entrepreneurs, investors, pioneers, and creatives under one roof to address the humanity's greatest challenges via technology. This 13-year initiative to transform Haiti into an international tech hub for 2013. This annual event is hosted in Haiti and not only aims to revitalize the economic activity in the country, but it also provides a new narrative of Haiti and emerging markets. Haiti has a profound history of empowerment, leadership, and innovation. And Christine Ntim was selected as the 220 honoree because she's a change maker. She's working to change the narrative of Haiti, the same mission that the Haiti International Film Festival shares. Yeah, and I have, so we're gonna show your trailer and of Haiti Tech Summit. I was there last year and it was amazing. And it's gonna have it again this year.
I didn't even know there was a trailer. This is a surprise to me. So I'm like,
you're messing with filmmakers now, so
people need to know. People need to see.
I know.
So congratulations, cool. Congratulations. I mean, it was such an honor last year to receive this award, and to see other people to get it, it's incredible, especially with all the work that you're doing. So I'm excited to keep this thing going. I mean, this is our this is his fifth year doing this. And man, it just keeps getting better and better. So congratulations.
And congrats to you as well. So now we're all part of the same fam.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So we're going to play the trailer right now for last year. Yeah, I just wanted to get people to understand just what the Haiti Tech Summit is. It's just a phenomenal initiative, and I think just the leadership. And I was actually one of the one of her Accelerator programs last year after the film festival, and it was just great to see teaching you how to scale. Just showing Haitian storytelling, and I really, identify how, she talks about, her humble beginnings in Haiti and how she comes back and just changes the narrative. And the first thing that video I saw of her was this TED Talk. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, I have to meet her. And I went actually and drove, I think it was 7 hours from LA. And that was the first time I went to NASA. I was like, I hate, just through that. Then actually after that, there was the road trip. Then we went over to, I actually went in Haiti and went to the Decameron Hotel. That's my first time there. And it's beautiful. It's breathtaking just to be there and see people from Facebook, creative people, entrepreneurs who all want to uplift Haiti.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you. Also, a huge thank you to not only just you, the team, but just this initiative. I think, you said it best, that we're aligned on this mission to change the narrative around Haiti, its people, its legacy, its history. And you're doing it through film and media. I'm doing it through technology and entrepreneurship. And I think we all have our part to play. I think as Haitians, we know with over 200 years of history, everyone has a narrative to say about Haiti, but we need to dominate that narrative, and we need to dominate that narrative quickly, because we know the power of narrative. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't matter. No, it matters a lot. And so I think I'm just really grateful to have been awarded the opportunity to be a part of this group of phenomenal people who are all working towards changing the narrative. And for you, Jacquil, I just want to give a person enough people in our community who are consistent. This is your 5th year doing the Haiti International Film Festival. Can we please make sure that we acknowledge that one more time?
Yes,
the 5th year. And the reason why I say that with such vim and such approach, because this is my 4th year doing Haiti Tech Summit. And I tell people, if you really want to go through trials and tribulations for your country and you know you love it, try to do something consistently every single year, knowing that it gets harder and harder every single time. So just because something gets bigger doesn't mean it gets easier. And you know that from firsthand knowledge. I mean, I feel like the first year we did the Haiti Tech Summit in 2017, it didn't make sense to anyone. Haiti's not ready for the conversation on technology. Disrupted that. 2018, economic troubles. We did it again. 2019, Pays Loc, the largest riots in the country. We were flying people through helicopters to get to the destination. It happened. 2020, I think maybe God is going to give me a break. No, COVID-19. So it's one of those things where I think, for Haiti Tech Summit 2020, keep that narrative alive. I don't care how we get it done, but you got to push through. Whether it's a small way, a big way, a side way, you got to push through, because I think just like the Haitian people, we got to be resilient and we got to push forward. And so the 4th Annual Tech Summit is actually happening again, 4th edition in October. This time is completely virtual, right? And we're bringing 5,000 people online. A lot of people say, yes, I've heard it all before, but we constantly shock people every single year. Not only did we bring all the tech giants like Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, you met some of those billionaires. People at Forbes magazine to Haiti, the CMO. You were right there last year when Haiti was on level 4 warning. You saw our work with the military to make Haiti Tech Summit happen. So it's one of those creative passions where you just got to push forward. I think, like I said, everyone has their own talent to give back to the country. I tell people all the time, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a politician. I'm a galvanizer, and I galvanize people through tech. And this tech summit, it didn't have to make sense to certain naysayers. It just had to make sense that this is my gift, and I want to bring people together this way, just like you're bringing people together through film. And for me, this has been a phenomenal experience. It's been a tough one, but I'm so proud to see what we've done over the past couple of years. And again, I want to salute you. I want to thank you for this award. And I just want to say, chapeau bas, keep it going, man. Just don't stop. 5th year, you deserve the best, man, Jacquil. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you. And I have a question for you. And what was the impetus of you starting the Haiti Tech Summit?
Frustration. Honestly, frustration. I was on the Forbes list. I was featured everywhere. When you make the Forbes list, every community that you belong to in your entire life speaks of you. Your alma mater, your high school, your college, your upbringing. And I didn't like the narrative that was being shaped from my Haitian community. From this poor nation of Haiti, she was able to build this tech company, because I started Haiti, my first business that got me on the Forbes list in Haiti. And I said, this is ridiculous. Why is every other narrative about the communities I come from is so empowering, but the one about Haiti, the one that probably gave you the most vim to even make the Forbes list, is so disconnected. And I'd say, to whom much is given, much is expected, right? I have all these media networks. I've met celebrities, presidents like Obama. I mean, if you Google my name, you see all the people I've met. I can bring these people to Haiti and see it for themselves. And so 2017 was really a culmination of 10 years of being in the tech industry and meeting all these moguls from around the world and saying, you have not seen a country like Haiti come to life. And that was it. So it was mainly around frustration and leveraging tech to accelerate the country. I've seen what tech has done for Nigeria, for Ghana, for all these countries that people have said, and I see that tech could actually change Haiti. Right now, tech for us, we're gonna change unemployment in the country. We believe we could accelerate 100 million jobs in the country through technology. This is important that we understand the world that we're living in right now. So the impetus was frustration. Now the drive is passion to keep it going and make sure that more hubs accelerate what we started a couple years ago.
Beautiful.
And now that you're in your 4th year for the 13-year initiative, tell us the progress that you've made to date.
Progress, where do we begin? I mean, the first year, we brought Facebook and Google and all the biggest brands, Uber, to Haiti. Out of that, because a lot of people say, okay, so these big brands come. No, it's not easy, because to get PayPal and these companies to come in the country with no data to prove what's the business proposition is not easy, right? Second, Airbnb, we actually brought Airbnb to Haiti, by the way. The reason why you see Port-au-Prince Airbnb outlets on the internet is because we brought the head of policy, and we bring the founders of the organizations or C-level suite. So we don't just bring a regular person from Forbes. It was the CMO that came. Same thing with Airbnb. We got them to meet with the Ministry of Tourism. 5-year agreement with Airbnb being launched in Haiti as one of the top in the Caribbean. Because a lot of people forget, Haiti has one of the highest populations in the Caribbean. So you could accelerate if you launch in that country. Of course, the incubators, Bunge launched out of Haiti Tech Summit. Alpha Haiti launched out of Haiti Tech Summit. The president of Haiti came to the summit and announced it there. But more importantly, I think the most powerful thing that we've been doing, aside from building the tech ecosystem, because now you see all these tech summits, all these programs, Google and investing into the country. Over the past couple of years, we've been leveraging the tech. You say I teach, accelerating how we teach entrepreneurship and remote work. So now we're on a path of creating 1 million jobs, like I said before, over the next 10 years. This year, probably my most proud achievement with Haiti Tech Summit is not all the biggest celebrities that we brought together to really build the ecosystem, that we already started Haiti's first National Career Accelerator. You know, there are thousands of people, right?
What?
That are graduating every single year in Haiti, and they know they're not going to get jobs. And we live now in a global pandemic where everyone's doing remote work. And so we did a remote career accelerator where 200 Haitian citizens, they're currently doing internships right now. Some of them are working with you this month, Jacquil, right?
Yep.
They never would have met someone like you if it wasn't for this remote career program. And so we started with 200 citizens. The next one is going to be 1,000. So we're doing 1 million jobs over the next decade. This is all through tech. We're on this platform through Zoom, galvanizing how many people for this festival. So tech is the equalizer. Now, the same big companies are on the same platform as you as me. So we should be leveraging it to put Haiti forward. And that's what we're doing. So over the past couple of years, we've done a lot. If you Google Haiti Tech Summit, the narrative speaks for itself.
And what should we expect at the Tech Summit this year?
Well, definitely a crazy virtual experience. Like, obviously, every year we had to flow out like the craziest amount of speakers. I mean, every year people was like, who's the headliner? First it was Jack Dorsey, and it was Tim Draper, and it was like the CMO of Forbes. So obviously we're gonna bring some real heavy hitters this year, but we're galvanizing 5,000 people, 100 speakers. Of course, we're gonna hit a lot of media impressions. The last one had about 140 million social media impressions. So you already know it's gonna break the internet again, right? But most importantly, the main conversations about how do we galvanize and change unemployment in Haiti. We already know the riots that took place last year is because if you don't have access to job, how do you think you're gonna live a decent life? It's not right, especially when we have talent. We have talent on our country that's bigger than a lot of places. And also, how do we get the diaspora involved? You don't think the diaspora will want to hire someone remotely from Haiti than someone remotely from China or the Philippines or from India? They will want to do that back home if they have the opportunity. So this is what we're going to be focused on the Haiti Tech Summit this year, galvanizing all the big brands, Forbes, Facebook, Google, they all confirmed, the U.S. Embassy are all a part of it. But the point is, call to action. Let's change and build 1 million jobs in Haiti over the next decade and change this conversation about Haiti being the poorest country in the Caribbean. I'm tired of it. We are filmmakers. We are technologists. We are entrepreneurs. We are Haitians, period. We got to change that narrative. And this Tech Summit is all about how do we leverage tech to tackle these problems. It's going to be amazing. And I'm so looking forward to it. You see me fired up because it's a wrap this year.
And what are your hopes for Haiti and the Haitian diaspora?
I think respecting each other. I think, you know, a lot of diaspora, I think they know the solution for Haiti, and I think a lot of locals don't underestimate their potential. I think we need to have a collision effect, like we know we became a republic because all parties that represent the Haitian people came together. We need to have a new revolution, what it means to be a Haitian diaspora, a Haitian local, coming together and leveraging the powers that be, i.e. technology, to really change not only the narrative of Haiti, but also the reality of Haiti. Because I remember one person when we launched the Career Accelerator this year said, like, well, a lot of people don't have access to Wi-Fi. I said, you don't know Haitian people. What do we want to do? And we also need to stop thinking that we need to do it big to start. I don't know how you started the first year of the Haiti International Film Festival. You are now in your 5th year, and I see the players coming through your platform. We need to understand the power of, if you could help one individual, you're already creating a domino effect. And we need to really understand that this is important, because right now, 200 Haitian citizens is doing this Career Accelerator. My goal is to create Haiti's first national service. The same way you see a national service coming out of Africa, where people spend 1 year working at an institution to build their expertise, to build their experience, and tackle the unemployment crisis within their country. I want to bring that to Haiti and connect the threads between the diaspora and the locals. And like I said, I'm doing this through technology, but I think we're realizing that our passion for Haiti needs to be a lot bigger than our excuses. We need to get to that point, because at a certain point, I tell people, if people don't respect where you're from, they're not going to respect who you are. So if you keep allowing people to tell you what you are as a Haitian, you're just putting yourself in the same predicament over and over. People disrespect you, where a president is talking about your country, a whole country. Are we serious? This is the first Black Republic. Nous fréquents, and we need to understand that we're that. And so for me is really pushing this job narrative and really making sure that we tackle unemployment in the country is something that's a huge passion of mine. And like I said, creating this national career service, I think we could bring that dignity back, where a talent is being galvanized through this program, through these experiences. We could change the narrative in so many ways. So my goal and my passion for Haiti is that we wake up, we respect ourselves, whether you're local diaspora, and we connect the threads back together and know the power of technology to do these things. So that's my hope for Haiti. And it's not hope, by the way. It's my reality for Haiti. And I'm making that very clear. I don't need to have dreams and hopes and aspirations. It's already done. I'm just figuring out the path to get to that point. That's it.
You are amazing.
Can I give her my award from last year? Can I turn it in and just... Yeah, and can we give it to her next year as well?
Because this is something that matters.
No, you're absolutely right, and you know, that's one thing that I think all of us that are here is to aim to be able to make this a reality. And I think we're all getting to that point where we're all getting tired of the narrative. But not only that, just like you mentioned about Jacquil, I think all of us have the ability to go, we're not going to stop. We're not going to let anything stop us. So beginning small, I'm tired of people looking at it like, oh, nous pas qu'à commencer comme ça. No. Even if there's one person, I tell people this all the time, even if it's another person that's with you and you decide to do one thing, whatever it is, the fact that you keep it consistently, you'll watch how it grows. And the naysayers are going to be there regardless. The only naysayer you need to be paying attention to is the naysayer what's inside yourself that you need to kill and tell them no. No should not be in your vocabulary. That's the only person that can stop you. There's nobody else in the world that can stop you but you. So once you let those no's enter your mind and you start saying it yourself, that's when it stops. That's when we start making excuses. That's when we start saying this and that. Oh, nobody can say see, nobody can say lie. We got everything. We got everything that we need. As long as we wake up in the morning and we could breathe, we could do something. We could do something. It's facts.
last question I want to, like, how can people learn more about the summit?
Well, obviously, HaitiTechSummit.com is your first point of reference. You could Google it and you'll see all the articles, you know, all the social media. I love when people see the images. I think that's what gets me the most, because you said it best. You know, your first time to Haiti, you went to Decameron, you probably used to seeing certain images of the country. The first year, you know, there were so many images posted during the first summit that if you Google Haiti during the 2 days of the summit, I always share the story, you saw images of the summit. That's the power of narrative. When people Google you on their first page, you're not seeing political unrest, chaos. They're seeing beautiful photos of people in your country. And so I suggest that, you know, definitely just Google it too. Don't just go to the site. Just see what people are spreading about the summit. And like I said, you know, technology for me is a platform to be a main equalizer. Entrepreneurship, education, employment. That's the 3 pillars that we move on at Haiti Tech Summit. I mean, for the past 4 years, you've heard us build the tech ecosystem through entrepreneurship and education. Now we're moving towards unemployment. How do we tackle unemployment through technology? And this is, you're hearing it here now. Watch how you see this thing is going to flow, because it's something that I think anyone can relate to, their first job and what that meant to them. Everyone can remember their first job. You don't forget your first job. And there's millions of people in Haiti right now, because of the nonsense, can't get that first job. How do you change that through technology? So this year, that's the conversation that we're going to have. How do we create 1 million jobs for Haiti in the next decade through technology? So go to HaitiTechSummit.com, Google it, talk to people who've been there. They're the best ambassadors. You've been there, you become a part of the Haiti Tech fam for life. And that will tell you what we're doing. So Haiti Tech Summit, I'm proud to have been a part of this, but of course there's a whole ecosystem behind it. You're part of the ecosystem too, Jacquil. So thank you so much again for this honor. Thank you so much for this platform. You got me fired up and ready to go already. But I'm proud of you. You've done an amazing job with this, and I salute you for this invitation.
Thank you. I just want to show one more thing, so people understand her small moves. This is a TED Talk. This is the first thing I've seen, so you could see how, when you see this, it gives you the inspiration to do anything, you know? Then
you just did it right now. You don't need
to follow me on LinkedIn as well. I do a lot of videos on LinkedIn, so follow me on LinkedIn. Yeah. I have a bunch of followers who follow my videos and tips of the day via LinkedIn. I share a lot of secrets.
Okay, well, definitely send out the link. Let me share. So we're actually going to send you I'm going to send you an award next week, but I just want to show you that we just like so honored and by the work that you do. You know what I mean? I even hear people call her like the female Tucson, but she connect. I was like, she's our female Tucson. I'm like, whoa, you know, now, but I'm saying being the opener, the door opener, man, she has opened the technology to the masses. Like I've never seen where I had, when I was part of the Accelerator program, you're seeing people from Ghana on their phones. You're seeing people in India, me in LA. And I was like, when I was taking this tech class, and I said, no, that's not what they're talking about. Christine's talking about something totally different, whereas bringing the whole diaspora together. So we're just very, you know, excited to have you here, and we're definitely gonna, you know, always be a part of the Haiti Tech family. You know, the GSC family, you know, the global startup ecosystem, and just like you're the startup queen, you know, and, you know, you just know how to inspire people. And you and your husband working together. I remember their first presentation, they were holding their baby and doing a PowerPoint. I said, I've never seen that in my life. I've seen a lot of presentations and it was amazing. It was seamless. I was like, okay, you know, they're definitely the real deal. So I just want to say, you know, thank you so much. And I can't wait till we see each other again. And we'll share that link with everybody so they can see, you know, with the small moves, you know, small things can definitely, you know, scale and be a lot bigger. So I just want to say thanks for the skills that you've taught me. You know, most of your accelerator programs or stuff that you have online they're always something to help you level up, you know? So I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Talk soon.
Congratulations. We'll talk soon.